Hi everyone, this is Captain B-Rye, and I want to tell you about the progress that I was able to make on the editor over the past few days. And I suppose the best way to tell you about that progress is to show you that progress. So, well, first things first, the revisions that I'm going to be talking about are mostly from revisions ending in D888, going to revision ending in F4D6. And I'm just going to go ahead and run the editor as it is in its current state. Here we are compiling. F# takes a little bit longer to compile, but that's alright. It's got a lot more to do. It's got a lot of inferencing it has to do. So we forgive it. And here is my editor. Okay, so you can see it on the screen. This is what I got. This is what it opens in now in the empty state, and you can tell there's nothing in here. So I'm just going to I'm going to open a file that I created, and so it's in the OmniBlade and the OmniBlade repository. Sorry, I don't typically edit my videos. So you're going to see all of that under the new tests folder. So NU tests, and the file is called test.newgroup. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up, and then that takes me to this little interactive thing I got going on here. So you can tell where I push on the screen the thing in the center. Let me maximize this for you. The guy in the center kind of follows that place. So that's how you move the avatar around. You got a couple of UI components. We got this text box component. We've got this toggle component, toggles on and off, and then we've got this box component, which, when pressed in this particular scenario, creates a bunch of boxes for me to play with. Actually, this guy right here, this big silver guy I'm moving, isn't supposed to move around, but I guess there's some sort of serialization bug I have to fix. But it's going nonetheless. So that's basically what it does with this particular group model. And what this group model does, all it does is it has this. The first you'll see it has this background, which is just this background here, the big label. This is obviously the toggle box we talked about. This is a button and a text box, and over, you can't see it, but over the background here is an invisible UI called a feeler, and that's what allows me to send the events to this avatar in the middle to make it go. So let's see here. What else can we do? Unfortunately, right now we can't select anything in the editor. The property grid does work, but I just haven't set it up to allow you to select things and move things, click and drag and move things around. But that'll all be coming up the next week. I think over the next week I'll do that, as well as getting undo, redo, as well as getting the object creation and cloning stuff in there. So we'll have most of what you need to throw together a little scenario. So to show you that it really works, I can open up the document again, and it automatically gets rid of everything plugged in there. Everything goes back to where it was. And so, let's say I want to just make these boxes here. Let's say I want to save this new scenario. I'll call it test 2, and I'll save that. So when I open up the original one, start it out as normal, and then I'll open up the second one. And it'll start out with all of my boxes. So, and you can see how this would work for my real-time, for the real-time serialization stuff, such as on the mobile platforms. Like, when you get a call on the iPhone, you have to serialize your whole game, and so I could just go ahead and probably save this. See if that deserializes correctly. I don't know. I think it will. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Looks good. So there it is. And you can see the tile map in the background. I got the tile map rendering, loading, and all that stuff working. Don't have any collision going on the tile map yet. That's all coming down the pipe. So that's really all there is that I got going in the past few days. So as far as the code goes, really not that much for you to see. I did a little bit of cleanup stuff. It's pretty much just getting stuff working that was already in there but wasn't quite yet working. So I will report back later when I've got some more progress for you guys. Please go ahead and send me any comments or questions or emails or anything like that. Finally, I have to give a shout out to my man Erasmo Simo. He contributed some code to the code base to help me get rid of some duplication, and it looks like he's still working on getting another bit of duplication put away, which is super cool. And that's one of the beneficial things about this stuff being open source. I hope that people will start to look at it and say, well, now I understand how to structure a game in a functional style. Because it's not trivial. In some ways it is natural, but in many ways it's unnatural, especially for people coming from an OO background or from an imperative background generally. So, please send me questions, comments, etc. And thank you for watching this video.